Hello and welcome back to the channel yet again. So there will be some pre-cruise videos coming up this week and into next week. So far I've done one regarding the entertainment on Sea Day and on the cruise news as well. So another video I will do will be on the plugs, the sockets in the room, again because that's a very common question that people ask. And actually while I'm on here I will do a brief mention now. I put a comment on the group page earlier on Monday asking about Larnaca Airport. Now, because my mum, who is also on this Facebook group, has been mithering about the airport situation because somebody had put on this group that Larnaca Airport is a nightmare airport to get through. Well, I'm just going to give you a bit of info on that and insight now, because I will tell you that Paphos was actually the worst one I went to back in April. Because I went on the Morella Discovery 2 for its repositioning cruise from Tenerife to Cyprus back in March, if you remember. And the airport at Tenerife, again, people had said, oh, that's a nightmare. But actually, I found Tenerife Airport pretty okay. Got through it no problem. Got my passport stamped, got my luggage. Not a problem. But going home from the Discovery 2 from Cyprus back home, I had to go to Paphos Airport. And let me tell you, it was a nightmare. We left the ship at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, got to the airport at 4, and the queues were already outside. So I joined the queue after 4 o'clock, and it took till nearly 5:30 to get to the check-in desk. 90 minutes, and it was boiling hot, and this was in April, okay? This was in April, it was in the high 20s. And one woman in the airport collapsed, okay? So, because obviously of the heat, and heat exhaustion, whatever it was. She was an oldish woman, probably in her 60s, maybe early 70s, but she collapsed, and obviously people were getting impatient. So by the time you got through the passport control, by the time you checked your bag in, you had to then get upstairs for security. And then that was a bit of a mess up as well. And then you're into duty free. I barely got an hour to have a cup of tea and chill out before the flight was called. That's how bad it was. But anyway, regarding Larnaca Airport, somebody had put that it's a nightmare airport. Well, the interesting thing is, and I said this to Mum, because she was mithering about it, right? But I said to her, well, hang on a minute, Mum. Yeah, we're going to Larnaca Airport, but listen, I says, we are landing in the evening, not in the day, right? This is the evening. So if that airport is a nightmare, most of those passengers that are going on the cruise the same as us will have already gone through the airport by the time we get there, right? Because flights are going to start coming in from the morning, right the way up to lunchtime, into the afternoon, into the evening hours. And we are one of the last 2 flights coming in from the UK for this cruise. There's ours, and then the one after us is Belfast. So all the other flights will have landed, the passengers will have gone, okay? And that includes other countries that are flying into Cyprus as well, from Greece or Turkey or other places will have landed. So we're like one of the last few flights coming in. So there's ours, and then there's Belfast after us, which is after 9 o'clock, okay? So I says to her, well, I don't know why you're worrying, because all those passengers will have got off the planes, got through the passport control, got the luggage and gone to hotels and the ship. I says, we will have a doddle getting through, okay? It'll be a doddle. And the interesting thing is, if you fly back from Larnaca, it is bonded luggage. So if you don't know what that means, basically in a nutshell, it means that if you put your bags outside your cabin on the cruise when you go home, this is the night before, you won't see your bag until you land back in the UK. That's basically what it is. Dubrovnik does exactly the same. It used to be bonded luggage both ways to Dubrovnik. It's now bonded just going home. Caribbean, I think it's both ways. But Larnaca Airport only, they do a bonded luggage. Paphos, they didn't. Now, if they had done, those queues wouldn't have been out there on Paphos Airport if they had done bonded luggage. And the information leaflet I've got in my room didn't say that it was bonded, simply because I was going from Paphos, right? Whereas this one is bonded luggage. So I just basically said to Mum, well, look, even if it's a nightmare going home, it shouldn't be, because again, we're on an evening flight leaving, so the majority of passengers will have gone. So again, it'll be a doddle. So I'm not going to worry about it. So I just had to reassure her, basically. So that just hopefully will give some insight to people that are perhaps thinking, oh, we're going to Larnaca, it's going to be a nightmare airport. Well, actually, I can assure you it's not, especially if you're on an evening flight. But again, you can book fast track security through their website. I think it's Hermes Airports or something. You can book, and that goes to Paphos. You can book fast track security or fast track passport control when you land. Use their website, because you can book fast track security and passport control at the UK airports, whichever one you go from. So maybe go on the website and have a look at it. I'll put the links in the description anyway under this video. But yes, so will be some pre-cruise videos coming up. I will do one based on the plug sockets in the cabins, but I've mentioned it before, they are basically UK plugs, and I would just still recommend you take an adapter just in case. That's what I would recommend. So, thanks for watching this video. Hope that's helped you. Please subscribe at Carlsmith25, and I will see you guys in the next video.